Chase Adams. He's very dynamic in that attack. He leads Columbus in goals with 7. He is a teenager, but he plays well beyond his years. And as we take a look at the Philadelphia Union 2 starting lineup for Coach Marlon LeBlanc, they make 4 changes from their victory over Columbus in the last meeting. Saul Olivas, who had 2 goals the last time these two teams met, he'll come off the bench today, so Marcus Anderson will start in his place alongside Eddie Davis, a top scorer in the entire league. He turned 18 last month. He has 10 goals on the season. That's second behind Chicago Fire 2's David Pareba. And we can't talk about Philadelphia Union 2 without talking about the number 6, Kevin Sullivan. Sullivan, who is the youngest player ever to debut in any American sports league. That came versus New England earlier this month. Sullivan, just 14 years of age, and he is another sensation for Philadelphia. A lot of talent on the pitch today. Sullivan, of course, was the MVP of the MLS Next All-Star Game, had a goal, had an assist in that match. Chase Adams participated in that match. So we're looking forward to the two facing off today. Whistle blows and we begin action from historic Crew Stadium. It's Philadelphia Union 2 and Columbus Crew 2. Kyle Tucker takes the corner towards the back post. And it's headed away by Owen Prestis. Sullivan sends it back to Sanders and Gabo. Slips to Sullivan. Returns to Wetzel. Nice ball from Pierre into Sullivan. Now he can create. Sullivan shoots. And Stas Lopkis snags it before it can sneak inside that post. Kevin Sullivan has scored in each of his last 2 MLS Next Pro appearances. His first 2 professional goals, and his first of many. Prestis boots this out wide to Brent Adugiumfi. And Adams, who's come all the way back to support, but loses possession. Davis! A strong strike, but right at Stas Lopkis. Now Alloway right down the middle, out to Chase Adams. Adams shoots, and it's blocked away by Oluwethu Makanya. Prestis surveys, sends to Adugiumfi. Columbus as a whole, 5 unbeaten at home in their last 5 matches, whether here at Lord.com or at historic Crew Stadium. This ball is given up by Delibra. Periano into the box. Nick Periano stopped by Stas Lopkis. Does this open things up? Adugiumfi into Rincon. Rayo, Adams, he loses possession. And with this ball well forward, Davis tracks it down. He's onside. Verdecio recycles back to Makanya. Now Pierre, who has great touch as a center back. Speaking of touch, Tucker brings this down. The back heel to Davis, and another necessary stop by Stas Lopkis. Marcus Anderson takes this touch around Adu Gyamfi. Anderson shoots himself, and a stonewall stop again from Stas Lopkis. Periano puts it back into the mixer. Gavin Wetzel takes this over of the Columbus Crew. Excellent touch from Prestis as he puts the ball into the path of Brent Adu Gyamfi. Prestis takes the shot, and what a stop! There's just been a lot of good movement from Columbus. And Brown sends this down the line. Prestis puts the ball in the box, and it's headed in by Anthony Alloway. Wonderfully done by Columbus, and they lead 1-0. This is an Sullivan into the box, and rather than shoot, tried to play provider to Marcus Anderson, and that is the final action of the first half. We'll see what the rest of this match has to hold. As Joe Surgin blows his whistle, we begin the second half between Philadelphia Union 2 and Columbus Crew 2. Neil Pierre, right place, right time. Again, this ball drops into Eddie Davis. Now Sullivan had more time than he might have thought. Decided to take it first time, and it's right at Lopkis. Gavin Sullivan scored 2 matches ago versus New England, his first of his young career, then scored in his next pro match against Chattanooga. There's contact by Olowefu Akanya from Durban, South Africa. Last year played in South Africa with Stellenbosch. He fits the profile of a strong center back. Alloway, a little touch to Chase Adams, and Adams slips out to Brent Adu Gyamfi. Adams points where he wants it, and then Pierre slows the attack. Philadelphia coming the other way. Sanders and Gabo. Eddie Davis cuts back, and his shot hits the back of the net. 11 goals on the season for Davis, and he ties this match at 1 apiece. A beautiful counterattack, and this is a goal scorer. Gets to his spot. Ryle was wanting the ball closer to him. Gonzalez takes the contact. Play restarts. Adu Gyamfi into Rincon. Alloway was looking for the brace, but Sheridan stood tall. Pierre into Sullivan. Quick touch. Now Olivas right at Lopkis. Jaden Da from Rockville, Maryland. Will come on for the goal scorer, Anthony Alloway. A corner for Philadelphia as they look to come from behind against Columbus. Periano puts it in. Gonzalez first to it. Down to Sullivan, who shoots. And that does not trouble Stas Lapkus. Otto Giamfi with a perfect ball to Jaden Daw. And Daw right off the bench and right onto the score sheet. 2-1 Columbus. Otto Giamfi with an absolute. Wins this ball back, receives it from Rincon. Now Jabron Rayo. Rayo still on it. Daw cannot send it past. Columbus still in possession. Brown boots it in, and Macagna only as far as Chris Rogers. Now Gonzalez just skips off the top of the. Sheridan once again sends the ball away. Wetzel a header, but it's lost to Columbus. This is Jabron Rayo into Adrian Gonzalez. Left for Rincon, but his shot is right at Sheridan. Substitution for Columbus. Chase Adams comes off, and Taryn Williams, a former Real Salt Lake Academy man, comes on. Jaden Daw, a header right to Taryn Williams. Sheridan comes out. Williams slips it back, and Rayo can't get onto the ball. Jaden Daw upends Yamir Bardesio, and Jameer Johnson into Zoria. Now LeBlanc, his shot, not enough bite to curl in, but we have to go back to the foul by Jaden Daw, because if it's a yellow, he's off, yes. Comes back to this contact as Daw. Taryn Williams takes over in possession, but Williams is stopped by Oluwethu Macagna. Now numbers for Philadelphia. Sullivan trying to pick out the cross. Wetzel scores! Beautifully done by Philadelphia as they take advantage of being a man up, and Kevin Sullivan drops in the cross. Wetzel does the rest. And Gavin Wetzel gives Philadelphia now a 2-2 tie. Slips out to Giamfi. Williams still forward. Taryn Williams towards Adrian Gonzalez. Gonzalez into the box, and Bardesio steps in front and fouls Adrian Gonzalez, and a point to the spot. Talk about drama at historic Crew Stadium. Here it is again. Taryn Williams, a little tap to Adrian Gonzalez, who decided to do it on his own, and a clear foul on Yamir Bardesio. And the leading goal scorer for this team from last year steps to the spot to secure 3 points against the Eastern Conference leader. in our final minute of our minimum of 7 minutes. Gibran Rayo makes it happen for Columbus. 3-2 Crew go in front of Philadelphia.